Well, hello there. I'm back. I'm back, and we're talking about spiritual awakenings. Okay, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, you probably don't know that you're going through a spiritual awakening. A lot of weird shit happens, like I said in the last video. Um, there's things start falling apart around you. You start seeing that your family is, they disappear. They walk away from you. All of a sudden, you find yourself alone. Your friends, family, again, because they're all expecting a particular reaction from you, and when they don't get it, oh, you changed, and they move away from you. If that's the case, don't worry about it. It is meant to happen. Rejection is God's protection. So think about it that way. The way I've been telling myself is, that, oh, it's not that way. Turn, gotta go. Oh, it's not this way, and so on and so forth. Try not to take it too personally. And I know it's easier said than done, but it it's for your own sake. It's for your own sake, because this way self you won't turn that anger, that disappointment that on yourself. Like, oh, you're they're leaving you because you're such a loser or whatever. Whatever the mind can come up with. And I say the mind because our brain tends to put out all this images and scenarios, but it's like asking, hey, you always stress at this point. Hey, you always do this. Hey, you always react this way. How about this one? Do you wanna, go on a big rant about how pissed off you are about this and that? How about this? And it's always showing you all these things, and you have to be very diligent and be like, no, I'm not going there because it's gonna get me upset. No, I can't do that, and so on and so forth. So you become your own guardian angel. You start taking care of yourself because, and here's what I'm trying to get at for you guys. The point here is to give yourself but nobody will give you. And particularly or especially, or it's your time, your attention for you. Prime example. You work Monday through Friday. Every day you get up, you start your day off with your coffee because you gotta go, right? You gotta go to work, so you need that speed. Hey, you gotta go. Gotta be productive because we gotta go to work. We gotta be awake. So then you end up at work and you don't need breakfast, right? You wait because work is more important. So right there, you put yourself last, and work became more important. You didn't decide, well, I'm gonna get up early so I can put myself first, and then I go to work. One of the only good advice that my father ever gave me was, your day doesn't start when you clock out. It starts when you get up. It's your day. It's yours to do whatever you want. And hopefully you'll be paying attention to yourself. And I don't mean, it's not selfish. Again, this society has taught us to question these things, because if you awake, if you have an ego death, that you don't need society anymore. You don't need the rules, and you don't need any of that. In fact, when people say don't litter, don't do this and that, it's just so redundant to me, because it's like, fuck, can't believe people that have to be reminded of this, because they screw up all the time, and they do it on purpose. Again, when you have a big ego, you don't care about these things. You figure, oh, well, that goes there and somebody will pick it up. But when you start going from the spirit, from in here, from your heart, once it opens, once your third eye blinks open, you love people. You love everybody. You see a kid playing, isn't he cute? You see an old couple walking. Oh my God, they're adorable. And you just start thinking, oh my God, what is happening to me? But it's better than being angry. It's better than being pissed off and disappointed and let down because somebody did this and somebody did that. Oh, look at that guy. Da, 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 da. I did that this morning. And because there was a high tide during the night and all of the garbage was picked up. It wasn't in the water, but it was in the rocks, in between the crooks and cranny. I think that's how you say it. In between everything. So when the tide came up, it just picked all that up and put it back in the water. And it's all this mess, all this garbage, basically. And animals don't make garbage. It's just humans. So you see all these to-go cups, all this plastic, all of this, just stuff that doesn't disintegrate. Stuff that is just going to be floating there for centuries. I made another video earlier and I posted it on Facebook. I was pissed. And I think that's probably why after my meditation I had an encounter with some idiot, the kind of idiots that are walking around these days, I won't say in what particular group he belongs, but you know who I'm talking, the kind of sort that I'm talking about. Those guys who watch specific network and then they come out ready to start not a dialogue but a fucking debate. They want to sound like the people on the screen. And they're ready to tell some brownie what's what. So again, I'm looking at my little friend the squirrel and the pigeons and the lizards and the buzzing bees and the beetles that are flying around and the birds and everything. And a long time ago I decided, because I saw some other people too, they're giving them food like peanuts, and there you see all these peanut shells everywhere because people are taking they're telling themselves, I need to feed these little guys, right? So they did. So I got myself some grapes, and whenever I go for my walks, I feed the little guys, and it's so cute. Whenever a squirrel takes one of the food that you're giving them, it's an amazing feeling. Because you make a connection, because this little critter decided to trust you. Because, you got to think about humans are terrifying to these poor little critters because of what we do. I have seen little kids, actually, I haven't seen them because otherwise I smacked the little fuckers. But, I'm walking and I see there's this little area where there's all these little holes everywhere between the rocks and the dirt. And it looks, I called it Hobbitown. Hobbiton, just like in Middle Earth, right, where the hobbits live, because everything looks just like it. So I call it Hobbiton because this is a huge community of squirrels and mice, and they're all right there in the little rocks. So I was feeding one of them, and actually I'm walking right next to the rocks, and again I'm going opposite to traffic, because I'm walking next to the rocks because I'm trying to feed the little guys. A lot of people don't have a problem with that. They just go around, no big deal, it's, because most people get moved by such actions. I do, I'm like, oh, isn't that cute? The little old lady, she's feeding all the pigeons, so I'm feeding them. Oh, I'm reaching the 10-minute mark. Check me out on the next video and I'll let you know the rest.